and I met Rene Barge, singer of Cavity, at a
Right.
Fugazi show at the Cameo.
Okay.
I was just hanging out, and
Was that the
like
same show that the Believers opened up for?
it might be.
Okay.
It might, I think it was the first time I saw Fugazi play in Florida. Like, um, and I went to a 7-Eleven on the way out from the beach, and I see this guy, and I was like, "Oh, you were at the show, and you know this person and that person." He's like, "Yeah, what's up, dude? What's your name?" "Oh, Renee." It's like, "Oh, what's happening?" So like we had seen the show, um, and then how we started hanging out because Renee he used to work at Y&T Records. you know. And if you want to talk about some record stores, what I mean, because we mentioned that too, like,
Right.
history, like, um,
That's a great sidebar though to just talk
yeah,
about
yeah, just stop
Y&T
talking about
because
bands for a second. Yeah, yeah.
right, because Y&T was no stranger to a lot of
Mm,
in-store performances from bands in the
yes,
area. So
right.
talk about that for a moment.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'll tell you about like when I first got to to Miami, like, and I moved to my house, which was like um on 42nd and 8th Street, you know what I mean? Like right behind Abraham, this big like um auto place or whatever, like I live right behind it. Um Myself and my brother, man, like we used to ride our bikes to Specs Music. I don't know if you know where that is. That's pretty far away. It's on US 1 and 57th. Do you know what I mean? So we used to ride our
Yeah,
bikes from like 42nd and 8th, just
that's a
like
that's a trek.
it's a trek, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, they have Specs, they have a bunch of records we can go there. And that was early on when I first moved to Miami, you know what I
Right.
mean? So we used to go there and just try to find records all the time, you know what I mean? And then we found that place. It was on Coral Way, actually, closer to my house. You know what I mean? So we used to ride our bikes there and get some records, but then that place closed. I don't even know what the name of that place was. So those were the two places that I first went to like get records, you know what I mean, vinyl and stuff like that. And then we heard about Y&T, like, and I mean, the first location I went to was the one on 57th and Bird, you know what I mean? That big
Right.
one, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Right.
And that's how I started meeting people, like, but this was like early 90s, you know?
Sure.
Renee used to work there. This girl, Mary, used to work there too. Tracy, um, let's say Justin, this tall kid, really cool. He worked there too. So, you know what I mean? Like, it was a place to go hang out most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, we can buy records, look at fanzines and everything else, but it was a place to just, it's like a meeting point. Okay, from here, we'll go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Like, we'll go to the Cameo, go to another show, whatever, or just go hang out, have a party, whatever. Um, but it was a meeting point, like, and then yeah, they used to have some, in stores, which is cool. Seeing more live music, it's just like a thing. We have to go and just see more live music, you know what I mean? Because there's so much out there, like, um, so yeah, at Y&T, I probably met Priya and Robert from KLS there, you know what I mean? Like, um, and then going to Churchill's too.
Right.
But that's just a bunch of people you would get to, somebody's picking up a record. They're like, oh, you like that? Oh, that's cool. Me too. What do you do? You know what I mean? Like great meeting places, which we don't have now, at least in Florida, so much anymore. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Right.
everything's online and fine, but um, it was cool, man, just like having the time to just go and hang out, just to waste time and just meeting new people, talking about music all day, you know what I mean? Like, so Y&T was really cool, man. It just opened up a lot of, they used to just get like a lot of 7 inches, that you would never think they would get, but they would get them because of Mary and Renee and people like that, just order things in. So I got to buy a bunch of records there, so that was a really good place to go to. It's a really like I said, a meeting point, and it's just like a good like meeting place for like diverse people. You know what I
Totally.
mean?
Yeah.
Goth people, hardcore people, skinheads, punk
Right.
rock, whoever. Everybody went there.